Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about classical material welfare, growth and scarcity definition of economics. First of all, we are going to talk about classical definition of economics. Classical definition of economics, also known as wealth definition of economics. Adam Smith, who is father of economics, defined economics as a science of wealth in his famous book named Wealth of a Nation. Other economists like J.B. Say, J.S. Mill, Walker also gave their contribution in wealth definition of economics. They define economics as a science of wealth and emphasize how a nation can produce, distribute and accumulate wealth. Now we will see wealth definition by Adam Smith, J.B. Say, J.S. Mill and F.A. Walker. According to Adam Smith, economics is an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nation. That means economic study about how countries can produce, distribute, accumulate wealth. Eventually, it will improve overall prosperity of a nation. J.B. Say, according to J.B. Say, economics is the science which treats of wealth. That means economics is the science which study about wealth, which study about how we can accumulate wealth. J.S. Mill, economics is practical science of production and distribution of wealth. F.A. Walker, economics is body of knowledge which relate to wealth. Features of wealth definition of economics. Focus on wealth. Main goal to increase wealth of nation. Material commodities only focus on tangible material goods and services and ignore non-material services like service of a teacher, doctor, self-interested economic man. According to definition of wealth, individuals are selfish, only focus on their self-interest in order to acquire more wealth. Economics defines sources of generating wealth. According to this definition, economics just defines sources of generating wealth, and we can generate wealth by increasing supply through large scale production or increasing demand by extension of market. Use money as a measuring rod. That means we can measure material welfare with the help of money. Now is a criticism of wealth definition. Overemphasis on material goods. This definition focus on material goods and ignore non-material services like service of teacher, service of doctor. These services are also very important. Narrow view, because according to this definition, economic man is selfish. We think about other people also. So this definition has very narrow view. Ignore scarcity and choices. These are very important concept of economics. Exclude economic problem like inflation, unemployment, market failure, limited policy scope. This definition only focus on production activities and ignore non-market activities. That's why it provide limited guidelines for policy maker. Now we are going to talk about material welfare definition, or you can say the neoclassical definition of economics. Alfred Marshall, who was neoclassical economist, gave their main contribution in this definition in his 1890 book named Principles of Economics. According to Marshall, economics is study of mankind in ordinary business of life. It examines that part of individual and social action which is most closely connected with attainment and with the use of material requisites of well-being. In very simple term, meaning of this definition is economics is study about everyday activities of people in order to acquire and use of material things. Eventually, it will help them to achieve their well-being. Now we are going to talk about features and criticism of welfare definition. Features: focus on human well-being, focus on study of ordinary business of life, emphasis on social science. According to wealth definition, human being is selfish, but according to this, human being is not selfish. We interact with other people. Activities are measured in terms of money. Exclude non-economic activities. Only include economic activities which we can measure in terms of money. Some activities we cannot measure in terms of money. For example, someone taking care of a sick friend, someone going to temple for inner peace. These activities we cannot measure in terms of money, and this definition exclude non-economic activity which we cannot measure in terms of money. Criticism, narrow concept, only focus on material welfare and ignore non-material services. Describe uncertain relationship with welfare, neglect a fundamental problem of scarcity of resources, ignore harmful goods. Say harmful goods can reduce social welfare. For example, cigarette, but this definition ignore harmful goods. Now we will see growth definition of economics. So many economists like Samuelson, Schumpeter, Solow and Romer gave their contribution in growth definition of economics. According to Samuelson, economic growth is complex and dynamic process which is driven by multiple factors. According to Schumpeter, economic growth is not just a smooth and predictable process, but it is process of creative destruction which is driven by innovation and entrepreneurship. According to Solow, economic growth is driven by technological progress, not just with the capital and labor. According to Romer, economic growth is fundamentally driven by ideas and knowledge rather than just capital. Now we'll see features and criticism of growth definition. Features, very dynamic, future oriented, it has wider scope, universal applicability. Growth definition are not limited to particular sector, it has a universal applicability. Focus on productive resources. Criticism, ignore social and political factor, it has limited measure of welfare and underemphasizes inequality in economy. Now we are going to talk about scarcity definition of economics. Scarcity definition of economics was given by British economist Lionel Robbins in 1932 in his book named An Essay on the Nature and Significance of Economic Science. According to Lionel Robbins, economics is a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ants and scarce means which have alternative uses. Here ants represent unlimited needs and wants of human being. Ants represent unlimited needs and wants of human being. Scarce represent our limited resources. Alternative uses represent we satisfy one person need at the expense of other person need. According to this definition, human being needs and wants are unlimited, but our resources are limited. That's why we should choose how to use our resources at best way. Now we will see features and criticism of scarcity definition of economics. This definition talks about unlimited wants, limited resources, also talks about problem of choice which arise due to unlimited wants and limited resources. This definition talks about fundamental economic problem which is scarcity of resources. This definition universal applicable, that means this definition is not limited to certain sector, this is universal applicable. Criticism, ignore human welfare, oversimplifies complex economic reality, ignore social aspect, narrow, only focus on scarcity and ignore other factors, and that's why very impractical. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.